Morning guys, and welcome to the Lollie and Markie show. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're liking what we do on these videos. So today I'm going to be doing a nice Sunday roast dinner for our Aunt and Alex are coming as well. Hi guys, and welcome to the Lollie and Markie show, and today I'm going to be cooking a Sunday roast dinner with a nice piece of roast beef. We've got a couple of guests coming today. We've got our Anthony and Alex. They'll be popping over about 3:30, so I'm just going to start to prepare this beef and I'll take you on the journey and I'll show you how I prepared it. As you can see, it's Tesco's finest, and it's lean and flavoursome, 30-day mature British rump roasting joint, and it wasn't that expensive at all, and you get a discount with your club card. So I'm just going to open this. I've got a frog in my throat this morning, so you'll have to excuse me, and I'll get back to you all in 2 secs. So here we have it out of the wrapper. So I'm just going to put some salt and black pepper on, and and baste it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to have to pause this while I put this on. So as you can see, I need 2 hands. So in my good old baking tray, I know it looks all dark and dingy, but this is years old and I absolutely love it. It's a really good quality one and it still works amazingly. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there just so I can brown off the beef, and we'll just turn that, get it all browned off before we put it in the oven. So we'll just let it all get that hot enough first. So while that's heating up, I've got 1 red onion and 2 carrots. So I'm just going to roughly chop those up. A lot of people just take the skin off the onion and bang it in. I do like to trim it a little bit because I do use the juice for the gravy, and I don't want any onion skin to go in or any of the little fluffy bits at the end of the carrots. So I'll get back to you in 2. So there you go, we're all bubbling away. I'm going to take you back over to this lovely piece of beef and listen to the sizzle. So as if by magic, voila, on the chopping board, I've got 2 carrots and I've just roughly chopped them and an onion. So I'm just going to place these in. Maybe do one at a time. I'm holding the camera. There we go. So I'm going to take a spoon, in this little door. There we go. This one will do. We're going to do this. Now I'm going to cook this really, really slow. So that's preheated the oven, and I've only got it on 160. Now the little ding's just gone off, so that's told me it's all nice and toasty and warm in there and ready for this to go in. So, right, what I do is I don't read the instructions on beef or anything. I know I should. I just play it by ear and I just cook it how I want to cook it. It normally turns out perfect. So, you can follow me or you can follow your own instructions, but this is just a little cooked Sunday roast at Lollie day today. So I've got it on 160 and it's all ready to go in. And this will probably be in the oven for about 3 or 4 hours. I will come back after about an hour and I'm going to put a little bit of red wine in there. The reason I'm not putting it in now is because I don't want to broil it in the red wine. I want it to slow roast. And then the wine will add to the flavour later on. So here goes, let's put this bad boy in the oven. So there you go, now now the meat's in the oven. What I'm going to do now is just chop all these vegetables and put them in the pan. In the pan? Oh my good God, Lollie, you need to wake up this morning. So we've got broccoli, they're all just from Aldi. Turnip or a Swede, if some people like to call them, turnip. And then we've got some carrots from Aldi and a cabbage. So I'm just going to chop all these up, and it's hard to do with one hand and I haven't set the gimbal up, silly me. But I'm going to chop them all up and put them in the pan and we'll catch you in a bit. What do you all call this part of the cabbage? I mean, I always cut it out and we call it the heart. So we're nearly there, guys. I mean, I've done the carrots, just doing the cabbage now, and then the turnip and broccoli are simple, aren't they? So they only take seconds. So I'll be back with you in a bit. So obviously I'm not going to put this on yet, just preparing it for later. Well, the veg is all prepared and just waiting to be cooked. The meat's in the oven. Can you guess what we're making now? Comment below if you do. So how Lollie makes her Yorkshire puddings. So what I've got is I'm going to take 1 egg, crack that into a bowl, give that a good mix. Make sure your egg looks fine, so I always mix that into a bowl first just to check it. These eggs are lovely and fresh. I always put my wet ingredients in first, and then I've got my trusted teaspoon spoon, tablespoon spoon, sorry. And I add 4 of these. Oops, let's do that one. Two. 3. And 4. Okay. Give that a good mix together. Go over and wash that spoon, 2 secs. Then going back, give the spoon a little dry. Right, so what I do is add a pinch of salt, literally just a pinch. Give it another mix. This is only going to make 2 large ones or 4 small ones. We can add more milk if needed. So I'm going to go up in flour. I'm going to have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. And 4. I'm going to mix this. Now it has to be plain flour that you use, otherwise you're just not going to get that. They're just going to go too deli again. Keep giving it a good mix. Make sure all those ingredients are mixed together. It doesn't look a lot in the bottom of this bowl, but it will actually make 4 small Yorkshire puddings. Do I want to double that up? Do I? Will that be enough, do you think? Do you know what? I think that'll be plenty. So I think I'm just going to go ahead with that amount. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that into the fridge, because the colder the batter, then the better the Yorkshire pudding. So at the time when I'm ready, I'm going to actually, I'll come back and show you. So in the Yorkshire pudding tray, I'm going to put just a half of tablespoon of oil in, and then put that in the oven until it's really, really hot. And I mean piping hot. I normally put it on 200 centigrade for about 10 minutes, and let it get really, really bubbling, and then I'll take it out, and then I'll add my batter mix, and let's hope they rise. Let's hope I don't make a big fail while I'm making a YouTube, while I'm making a vlog. So there you go. So we'll put that in the fridge, let it rest. I'm going to go and carry on with the rest of my chores on a Sunday, like my washing and my work uniform and stuff like that, while that beef's cooking, and then we'll come back to it later. So thanks guys, see you all soon. Hello, so I'm back. I did make a cock-up earlier on. I actually took the meat out, we basted it in the tray with some lovely carrots and onions, and I lost the footage. So anyway, I was a little bit annoyed at myself, so I took myself off and sunk. So anyway, I'm going to start potatoes. So good old, we've got Morris Pipers, and they're from Aldi as well. So what I'm going to do, just start peeling these and put them into a bowl. Might be quite a boring job this, but someone's got to do it, eh? I just hope this is filming. I should have actually used the gimbal earlier on. I'm not really that familiar with it. As you know, we're new to all this. I'm just trying to get used to all this equipment. I had the gimbal on where it it follows me around everywhere. It wasn't following me around everywhere. It was going upside down and topsy-turvy and everything. So I think I need more practice for it. So here we go. How many potatoes do you have each? We're quite greedy on the roast potatoes. I like about 5 on mine. What have you all been up to anyway on this gloomy Sunday morning? Well, it's afternoon now, isn't it? So I've got Markie up in the loft, hanging and drilling away. He's a happy chappy when he's working away. Do you know what? That man never stops, honestly. You'd think he was like Peter Pan. And the minute you get up, it's always got to have a project to hand. And how many have we got? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do some mash for our Anthony and Alex. We're not big mash lovers on our roast dinner, but Anthony, Alex, our Warren loves mash. We'll make sure we do mash when they're coming. And our Lily, she won't eat roast potatoes. Their big thing is mashed potato. So I'll prepare some mashed potatoes as well. So we'll have plenty. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I doubled up on that York. See, Mark is the master of the Yorkshire puddings in this house, not really me. I did used to make them, and then when all the kids were small, I used to make them. And then as I grew up, I don't know why, I just started like buying, you can buy really nice ones, can't you? Quite cheap. So I just started doing that. And then a long time ago, I think I was trying to impress Mark. And I made my own again, and they were lovely. But then he started doing them, so, and he does a really, really good Yorkshire pudding. So I'm in charge of them today, and if I've cocked up, I will know about it. I'll go on about it for a month. But I doubled up on the ingredients because it just easily, didn't it? So now we should have 8 small ones or 4 big ones. So let's see how that goes. Just put that carrot and turn it on. Turn it on so I can get all the juices for the gravy. I'll show you how I make my gravy. You mightn't like it, but my family seems to love my gravy, so awesome. How do you make yours? Just use Bisto, or just still use, my nan used to make, and my mum used to make hers with birds or gravy salts. They were like black in like a little yellow tin. They used to use them, but I think you can still get them, can't you? I think I've seen someone on like Facebook or YouTube still using them. But I use all the meat juices, and I use plain flour. I know a lot of people use corn flour. And I must stop saying because I didn't realise how much I said it until I was watching myself back on the videos, and I must have said about 50 times. I was like, really? I didn't even know I'd done that. Oh my god, I've done it again. Right, so this is going to be quite hard to stop. Again, what are we going to do with me? Hey, right, every time I do, I'm going to slap my hands. There you go. So I use the juice off the beef or whatever meat I've got in. Don't forget it's got like carrots, and it's got red onion in there as well, so we're going to have some nice flavours. When I take it out, I am going to put some red wine in that, but I didn't want to put it in too early because I don't want it to broil the beef. I want the beef to roast, but I will put that in later on. And then I'm going to use, I noticed, I'm going to put all the juices in off my veg. I use OXO cubes as well. Let it all marinate together. As much veg juice as you can possibly get. I don't use like the I've done it again, here we go. What am I going to do with myself? So I don't use like a vegetable stock, a ready-made one. I use all the vegetable stock of my own fresh veg. I have cheated a little bit though today because I normally do honey roasted parsnips, but I never got any, but I've got some frozen ones in the freezer, so I'm going to use them. And cauliflower cheese, I've got frozen one of them as well. That's out the Aldi. I quite like it. Always used to do my own cauli cheese, so I used to make basic roux, add the cheese myself. You can put as much cheese in. I think that's why I stopped, because it was gorgeous, but I was putting all kinds of cheese in the roux and it was delish, but it just got a bit too unhealthy. So I tend to just do a little bit of this one now, because when I tend to cook, because I had a big family, so I've got a big family, but when I had them all at home, I used to do like massive batches, and I still haven't sort of got used to portion sizes, and even though like the kids left home ages ago, we've always had like grandkids here and kids coming over and stuff like that. So when it's just me and Mark, portion control is really hard for us to do. Both of us, not just me, because because we're used to cooking for so many people. I'm going to crack on with these baked potatoes and then I'll get back to you. Righty. Okay, so I've done the potatoes. So what I do, not everyone might like this, but I do anyway. So a little bit of plain flour. I'm going to show you. So I've got all my potatoes here. Way too many for 4, you're going to think, but you can never have too many roast potatoes, I don't think. So I sprinkle a little bit of flour in the bowl. A little bit of black pepper. Tiny bit of salt. I'm going to get my spatula, Lollie, let me get it back, it's yours. And I'm just going to give that little, so that's what you've got to know, you see? I will learn to use this gimbal, I promise. I'm just going to coat all that in the flour. Just gives them that extra little bit of crispiness in the pan. I don't boil my potatoes first, I put them right in the pan. They're all lovely and coated. Just going to let that sit there a minute. I'm just going to get that beef out of the oven. Oh, let's see what's going on here then. Here we go. Don't fear not, I will show you what's going on. So here we go. I don't know what you can see there. Doing any good? So is all the veg I prepared earlier. I did do a little video of this and I've lost it. So, well, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So we've got some cauliflower, some cabbage, and also some carrot and turnip in there as well. The Yorkshire pudding is mixture. Batter is in the fridge cooling, because the colder the better before you put it in the oven. And the beef is roasting nicely in the oven with some carrots and red onion. Sounds lovely. Right, so I'm just going to open this bottle of wine. Now I'm nowhere near ready to deglaze the roasting dish and make the lovely gravy for the roast beef. But, you know, when in Rome, we've got a nice Bordeaux here in Bella, France. So I might just have a little cheeky glass, you know, why not? It's a Sunday, isn't it? And, you know, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? Okay, so I've just took the beef out of the oven. I'm going to leave it in a lot longer. So, got some lovely juices there. What I will do later on, when I'm making the gravy, I'll pour some red wine in there, just to deglaze the pan before I start the gravy and get all those juices. So on the clip I was saying earlier, but I actually deleted or for some reason never took. So it's a piece of beef and it's from Tesco, and it's a 30-day aged rump roasting joint. There we go. I just put a few carrots and some red onion in just to give it that flavour, and like I say, I'll deglaze the pan with red wine before I start making the gravy. I am making a gravy and not a jus, so don't all say, oh, you should just be making it with butter. I do know how to make a roux, well, kind of, but this is a nice Sunday, good old English Sunday roast dinner. Okay guys, so I've just took this lovely batter mix out of the fridge and I'm going to pour it into the tins lovely and hot. But I am going to have to pause it a second, I think. Just hard doing it with one hand. There we go. It's like they're alive, isn't it? Watching them grow. Oh, there's my gorgeous husband there, drilling away again. You're killing the moment, hubby. Back ones are taking a little bit longer. Do you think Markie's going to be proud of me or what? We'll see how they taste when they come out. Right, so I've got the oven on 210 centigrade in a fan oven, and I preheated the oven, and then my oven dings when it's hot enough at the right temperature, and then I poured it in. Oh no, I didn't. I actually let the oil heat up for 10 minutes and then done the pouring. We're looking good, honey. We're looking good. How do you think we're doing? They look bloody marvellous. Okay, so I've taken the beef out of the oven. I'm just about to deglaze the roasting tin. We've got our gorgeous bottle of wine here. Give it a good gulp. So I did pour a lot of that juice over the potatoes before I added the wine. Once that's all deglazed, I'm going to put it in a frying pan. To give it a bit more of a gulp. The gravy. All them beef juices off. Howdy folks, I'm back. So now we have to glaze the pan. I'm going to pour this into my frying pan. I'm sure all the lovely juices are out. Okay, so what we're left with then to do is put our flour in. So what I'm going to do there is we'll pause ya. Okay, so what we've got now is we've got our lovely deglazed pan, and we're left with this. So this is all the beef and red wine dew that's left. What I'm going to do now is add some plain flour and some good old trusty OXO cubes. There we go. I'm going to add some of those and then the juice off the veg. It's going to be quite hard trying to do it while I am holding the phone, and the other way just didn't quite work. So I'll come back in a few minutes. Second batch has gone in. There's not as much batter gone into these ones, but tell you what, they're looking good, you know. They're looking good. There's the first ones that we took out. So they're lovely and, I'm going to do that. Lovely and crisp. Really, really light. And I'm surprised on the beef's done. I haven't even looked, but just by cooking beef so often and meats, I think I just know when it's done. So when I cut it, we'll find out, won't we, whether I'm right or wrong. So here's the gravy, I promised. It's coming along now. So this is all the juices off the beef, the onion and the carrot, deglazed in the roasting tin with some red wine, a nice Bordeaux, and then we've added some flour to thicken it up, and all the juice off the veggies. That's basically it really. So we'll just let it cook, and then we'll just add more juice if it needs thinning down, and it won't need thickening up. We'll just keep an eye on it. It looks lovely, but it's not quite ready yet. We'll just keep simmering it for a while. And with the roast potatoes, I can hear you all saying, oh, there they are, cooking away nicely in the crock pot. Beef and Yorkshire puddings. The gravy is bubbling away lovely. we'll do the taste test in a bit, and all the veg. So then, it'll soon be on a plate, and then it'll soon be in my belly. That melts in the mouth. Perfection. This beef is cooked to perfection for us anyway. I know some people like it a little bit rare, but I take my hat off to Tesco's finest 30-day aged rum roasting beef joint. And every chef needs to dip their beef in the gravy, just to test. Oh my god, I wish you were all here with me because it is gorgeous. So that's Lollie's homemade Yorkshire puddings, roast beef with roasted carrots and onions. Gravy is absolutely gorgeous. I just wish you were here to taste it with me. And all the veg. The tatties are nearly done, and the parsnips and collie cheese is also nearly done. So it's just time to set the table really and wait for our guests. So catch us all later. Bye, Z. And there we go, traditional Sunday dinner in Lollie's and Markie's. Well, what a lovely, enjoyable Sunday afternoon. I'm glad you could all join me and help me cook the meal for everyone. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did enjoy, will you like and subscribe and press that little notification bell? It'll just do wonders for us, to be fair, and with us being new, we need all the help we can possibly get. Dinner was fabulous. There's not much left, to be fair. Anthony is well and truly stuffed up now, so he's got a nice healthy belly before he started his night shift in work. Bless him, working in the cold. But you know, Lollie's sitting here. I've done all my hard work today, and Mark has finished in the loft, so we're just going to sit back. Well, going to clean all this, put them in the dishwasher, and then we're going to get our shower, PJs, and we're going to watch. We watched Long Legs last night, didn't we?
We did.
That was really good. It was
different.
A bit strange, wasn't it?
A bit strange, yeah.
So we need something else to find, don't we? We need to find something else to watch tonight.
We do, but I think without further ado, babe, should we go and tidy up? And
I think we should. So cheers everyone. Happy Sunday.